Good morning, you guys. It is Friday, which is my day off. I always love Fridays because I can just kind of sleep in a little bit. Usually I still try to get a workout in the morning, but I didn't this morning. But yeah, just make breakfast, coffee, and kind of just have a chill morning to myself. So Jared and I were in Comox last weekend, so I didn't really do any filming. Comox is on Vancouver Island, so we were just visiting his parents out there. It was a really nice trip, beautiful weather, got to dive into the ocean a couple times, and then I just worked the Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm off today. I definitely feel like I have a lot to do. What I really want to accomplish today is planning out like 2 to 3 months of my meals, which is kind of a big task. I hate meal planning, but when you're all finished, it just saves so much time in the future. Jared and I both eat very healthy, but Jared sometimes will make, if he makes dinner, it might be like a little bit more heavy with carbs or like creams and things like that. And I just like lots of vegetables and it to be like very, very clean. So I just feel like when I plan it out, he can just follow the recipe and then we're both happy because it's like extremely healthy. That's one thing I have to do. Another thing I have to do is change my healthcare, my Alberta healthcare card to my new last name. If you don't know, I just got married in April, so I've changed my last name for everything else, but this is kind of the last thing I have to do. And then I also want to plan out a schedule for myself for October, November, and December for all of my kind of like studying and schoolwork I want to do, because as you would have seen in my last few videos, I'm in the middle of wanting to change careers. And I haven't started that yet. I really want to take you guys along with me. So in this vlog, I'm going to tell you what it is that I want to study or do. And I'm excited to tell you guys that. And yeah, so I just want to plan everything out so that my fall and winter, up until Christmas anyway, is like pretty well organized. And that'll just really help me stay on track, just because like unless it's already written down that I have to study for 2 hours on a Thursday evening, then I probably might not do it. So I'm just gonna get ready for the day and then I'll sit down and talk to you guys about my new career plan.
Feels like the first time. Throw away all my pride. Don't wanna say I love you first, but holding it in just might make me burst. Love in the open, daydreaming, hoping.
So the first thing I'm gonna do for this meal planning is just brainstorm and write down a bunch of different meal ideas: breakfast, lunches, dinners, and snacks. So I'm just starting with my notepad. Later on, I'll kind of organize so that I don't have like the same type of meal, within 1 week. And then I'm going to put them into these little like list or charts so that I can just kind of organize it so I know each week what my plan is. This is a lot of work, but I'm hoping it'll be worth it. I haven't done this much planning ahead for a really long time. So let's get this done first, and then we will talk about my career planning and my school planning later.
I'm yours till the beat flips. Don't let it slip. Give up my power. Yes, afraid to lose each other.
I wanted to sit down with you and talk to you about my new path forward, my new career path idea. Now this is like very, very beginning. I probably won't even be able to define this very well, so I'm gonna use Google to kind of help me do that. I'm gonna tell you about how I found out about this career in the first place and where I researched and where I got information about what it was all about and kind of what my plan is going forward. So without further ado, what I wanna do is transition out of healthcare and into tech. I just wanna do something entirely new. I wanna learn a completely new skill or set of skills and just kind of switch everything up. So what I've been looking into lately is something called UX UI design. Because I will flub my words, I'm just gonna read off to you what UX design is. UX stands for user experience. User experience refers to any interaction a user has with a product or service. UX design considers each and every element that shapes this experience, how it makes the user feel, and how it is for the user to accomplish their desired tasks. This could be anything from how a physical product feels in your hands to how straightforward the checkout process is when buying something online. The goal of UX design is to create easy, efficient, relevant, and all-around pleasant experiences for the user. UI stands for user interface, so that would be more like the visual experience of when you're looking at an app or a website or some kind of digital product. And I don't know exactly, but I think that most typically someone would go into UX design and kind of understand how to create the digital product or create the design interface, and then they could expand and go into UI design, which is kind of like the last step on a digital product, whereas more of like that visual experience. So the two go hand in hand, so sometimes you'll hear UX, UI design sort of used interchangeably. Let me just tell you a little bit about why I even thought this would be something that I'd be interested in. I've been kind of wanting to get out of my career for, a little while, like I said in my last video. So I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and it was just a very quick TikTok, and I think it was something along the lines of 5 or 6 careers in tech that are high in demand. I don't know anything about tech. Obviously, coming from healthcare, I know nothing about tech. But the first thing on the list was UX UI design, and I had never even heard of it. I didn't know what that was. There was a bunch of other things on the list, like working in the cloud, learning to code, or coders. And so I kind of just went through the list, just completely out of curiosity, and started Googling each of those things, but the word design caught my interest the most. So I started looking more heavily into UX UI design. It seems like something that I could be really good at and something that I would really enjoy. Now, like I said, I don't know a lot about it, but I know that there's a lot of people who are interested in that field right now and who are trying to kind of get into it. One thing that's very appealing about that career is that you don't have to go back to school and fully get another degree. I mean, there's multiple ways you can get into that career. I think what most people do, what's most common are boot camps. There's a ton of different boot camps out there that you can take. They might be like 6 to 8 months kind of thing. And it's like a crash course in UX design. Some people are completely self-taught, but I think what I'm gonna do, you may or may not know this, but Google actually offers a few free courses. I think they're like $30 a month. They actually have a course on UX design, and I think it's about a 6-month course, depending on how quickly you do it, or it's a work at your own pace, so you can do it as quickly or slowly as you want. So I've looked into a ton of different things. The boot camps are pricey, and Google's course is free. So I've looked up a lot of kind of reviews on that Google course and what people think about it, and it seems to be overall pretty good. The way I'm thinking of it is that it's just a start. So I think what I'm gonna do is take this Google UX design course, learn as much as I can out of that, and just even see if this is the right thing or if this is what I want to do, because I don't want to pay $9,000 for a boot camp when I'm not even 100% positive that I'm going to like this. So I think this is such a cool thing that Google offers, that you can just do it for free and just find out if it's something that you even like or not. You guys know I have Fridays off, so I have 3 days on the weekend as well to work really hard and get this course done. To get a job in UX design, my understanding is that it's all about your portfolio and showcasing different projects that you've worked on. So eventually my goal would be to get some cool projects under my belt, whether I do them for free, and build up a really good portfolio, and then see how I can break into the tech industry. I've been watching so many YouTube channels on UX designers and kind of like what their lives look like, what they do every day for their job. Since COVID, a lot of UX designers have been working from home. I don't know if that's going to change. I think it's probably just completely different company to company, but there's definitely an opportunity to find a job where you can work from home, or at least do like a hybrid lifestyle, which is exactly what I'm looking for. There's a lot of things that are drawing me to this career. One of them being, you start with a project, you see it through from start to finish, so you have like this sense or feeling of like completing projects. And that's one of my favorite things about YouTube is, starting my videos with an idea, planning how I'm going to film them all, executing it, editing it so that it looks cool or that it looks nice and that it's all cohesive, and then uploading it. It's like a project from start to finish. That just really appeals to me. It feels so good when I'm done, and then I'm ready to start the next one. I don't know anything about how I'm gonna get from where I am right now to where I want to go, and just like anything, the more I learn and the more I hopefully break into this industry, I'll learn about where I want to go as I'm going. But for now, I'm going to start with that Google course and just kind of see what I can get out of it just from doing that. And from there, I'm hoping I'll be able to meet different people who are in the field and maybe ask, you know, their advice. Should I do a boot camp after that? I don't exactly know, but this is how I'm gonna start. I'm excited to see if this is something that I feel like I'm right about it. I feel like I'm really gonna like it and be good at it, but we'll see. So along with some of my lifestyle content, I'm going to be documenting my whole journey on becoming a UX designer from nothing to hopefully building a good portfolio. So if you are just finding my channel and you're in the same boat and you also are starting from nothing and wanting to get into that career, then definitely just tag along and we'll do it together. We can go through the fears and the challenges and all of that stuff together. I'll also be doing reviews on that Google course, just letting you guys know, like, how do I feel about it? Is it well done? Is it worth it? I also want to make content on just career change in general, because career change is scary and I'm not the only one that is going through it. So if we can do it together, that's even better. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one.
Could you be life, lover, and best friend? Waiting for text back.